read the PITW. Mr. Teddy.
I'm Teddy from YA. Okay, this is PITW number 24. Basic, truly effective communication. And that was PITW number 24.
Alright, so what I want to talk about in this habit is what that means, what that looks like, truly effective communication. I am not somebody, unfortunately, who is blessed with natural empathy. Like when I was little and I would get a present, I didn't like it, I'd be like, I don't like that gift. Not because I was like trying to be mean, but just because I didn't like get that, like what I said would like affect them in a negative way. I was just thinking about myself. So the strategies I'm about to teach you, and the processes and techniques and the mindsets are something that has really been important to me in my life. Without these things, I probably would never have been able to be a core member, connect with my team, connect with the kids. Whether it'll be as good for you as it was for me, sorry, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if you use these processes and strategies and techniques on someone who you're having trouble connecting with, or someone who you have had trouble making that connection with in the past, a kid that you're really having trouble with, it'll help. It won't magically solve everything overnight, but it'll start to make that change where you can connect with them. So, can I have a volunteer to read the quote of the presentation? Wait, who hasn't gone? Everybody hasn't gone? Oh, here we go. Tina.
Hi, Tina Nicola, Orchard Garden.
Shots fired.
All right. And this is the quotation of the presentation. Before I walk in another person's moccasins, I must take off my own. And that was the quotation of the presentation.
I want to repeat this just one more time because I think it's really important. Before I walk in another person's moccasins, I must take off my own. This is what we talked about a little bit in the beginning of the presentation with those pictures. I want to talk about how this applies to communication. First, we're going to watch a little clip. Before we watch this clip, two things. First, I want to give a little disclaimer. There may be some language used in this clip. So whenever you hear yelling, if you're not comfortable with that, I would cover your ears. Second thing I want to say, I want you to get a little background on what's happening here. There's a character in here, the teenager you're going to see, his name is Dwayne. And Dwayne set a goal to become a pilot, right? So he has worked for that goal. He took a vow of silence and hasn't spoken since he decided to become a pilot. Every morning he does push-ups. He is really into this goal. But what he failed to take into account was a simple reality. And you're going to find out, see in this clip, what happens when he actually finds out that reality, which is, again, an important part of the career decision. So, we're going to show you what happens when Dwayne finds out the reality that he failed to take into account.
Down at least 46.
You're 15. If you're not play.
Now, Richard, it's their 3 o'clock sharp. They're ready. Listen, we can't talk these people. Trust me.
Mom, when is Richard there?
I bet he does.
Okay, now I'm going to check to see if he's colorblind. What letter
Dwayne, I think you might be colorblind. You can't fly jets if you're colorblind.
We've got a little bit of... Yeah, okay, got emergency down here. I think we just need to... Hey, jump emergency. Okay, it's all right, man. Wait. It's all right.
Dwayne, honey, I'm sorry. Dwayne, come on, we have to go.
I'm not going.
Dwayne.
I said I'm not. Hey, I don't care. I'm not getting on that bus again.
Dwayne, for better or worse, we're your family.
No, you're not my family. Okay, I don't want to be your family. I hate you fucking people. I hate you. Divorce, bankrupt, suicide. You fucking losers. You're losers. Okay. No, please just leave me alone. Okay, please.
I don't know what to do.
Well, it's getting late. Maybe can somebody stay here with me?
I'll stay.
That is not happening.
All right. Well. Sorry about the time. Olive, you want to try talking to him?
Richard, no, there's nothing to say. We just have to wait.
Alright, so let's talk a little bit about what we saw in that clip. So let's talk about the uncle. The uncle is the adult you saw that was in the back with Dwayne. Does anybody remember how his conversation went with Dwayne? What happened to set this whole thing up? Anyone? Jess?
Hi, I'm Jessica. I serve at the IBC Elementary School. So from what I remember, the uncle was in the back and kind of overhearing him Olive giving the colorblind test, and the uncle finds out that he's colorblind, and Dwayne doesn't understand it, and then Dwayne writes down what's this all about, and the uncle said, oh, well, you're colorblind, and Dwayne said, well, what's still this about, but silently, of course. And then the uncle said he can't find jokes.
Right. So Dwayne is kind of in a state of denial, he can't process it. He's been so much into this that he can't even begin to process that. And the first thing the uncle says is, you can't fly jets if you're colorblind, which is exactly the wrong thing to say. That's exactly the reality he's trying to avoid that moment. It's exactly the wrong thing to say. Right? Not seeking first to understand. Just being blunt, openly, setting off that whole episode. Whether he could have prevented it, who knows? But he definitely didn't help out with what he said. Alright, let's talk about the father. Let's talk about his reaction. Good or bad? Anyone? Come on, you guys. Seriously. Yeah, Ty.
The time for Blackstone, and the father was just concerned about the time. He wanted to go. He was like, yeah. But just concerned about the time. So he wasn't actually putting himself in the shoes of the time.
Right. Not taking off his moccasins, right? He not taking off his moccasins before putting on Dwayne's moccasins. Alright, let's talk about the mother. Good or bad? Anyone? Yeah, Erica. Right. Okay. I love that you picked up on that. That shows a lot of people, and very few people pick up on that. The word sympathy there, we're going to talk about in a second the difference between sympathy and empathy. Okay? Finally, Violet. Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah. I'm sorry, Olive. Not Violet. My mistake.
The connection between Olive and
Wait.
pretty much connection between them. They even have to talk first. All she did was pretty much put her head on his shoulder, and he understood exactly how she felt for him. She felt even at the same time he wanted to still help him, and wanted her to still for him to have the best intentions. He understood that message and went along with her.
Right. I love how you phrased that. Picked up. She didn't have to say anything, right?
Place her head on his shoulder.
Right. And she didn't just go up right and was like, oh, I know you mean this hug, right? She didn't just run up and do that. She kind of went up to him. She kind of crouched down next to him. It's okay. Kind of slowly put her arm around him, checking if that's what he actually needed. And then when he was kind of confirmed that by not giving her that negative reaction, then she went ahead and went a little further. So let's talk about the steps of this. This is called empathic listening. It's a skill. First thing, like Ronaldo just said, is stop talking. Shut up for 1 second. Don't try to give advice. Don't try to say, I'm sorry. Erica said, I'm sorry, sympathy, right? I'm sorry is sympathy. Do you think he's just had his dreams crushed? Do you think he cares at all how she feels? He's just had his dreams crushed? Absolutely not. Right? So just stop talking and allow that person to express themselves. Gives them that opportunity and that space to do that. Next, empathy and understanding. I understand where you're coming from. I get it. Okay. You're upset. You just lost a dream that you've been working on for a year. If Violet could have talked when she was just kind of standing there before she went up to him, sorry. Olive could have talked before she went up to him. That's kind of what she would have been saying, right? Like, I understand. I get it. There's nothing I can really say to change that. Empathy and understanding. Clarify and validate. This is when she's kind of crouching next to him, getting up to him, kind of figuring out, what do you need? This is about the intent. Why are they showing this behavior? What is the need behind it? what do they need, and then kind of clarifying, is it what you need? Is that actually what you need? Finally, act or don't. She went and she actually rested his head on his shoulder, right? She actually gave him what he needed. But if she hadn't felt comfortable with that, if that wasn't who she was, if she didn't have that relationship with him, she didn't have to do that. You don't have to be the person who always is fulfilling needs for others. You don't have to be, you don't have to put your own needs, someone else's needs in front of yours. It's your choice. Whether once you figure out what they need, you actually go ahead and fulfill that need. So that's how to understand. Let's talk about how to be understood. This is how to make sure that people really understand what you're saying. People really connect with you. There's three parts of this: ethos, integrity, and credibility. Pathos, which is empathy, and logos is logic. So ethos is like being real. You see somebody who's real, somebody who puts themselves out there, who's just like, that's them. Like, that's not a front, that's not anything, that's just them. They're real. That's ethos. Pathos, it's about taking what you think, what you know, your wants and desires, and expressing those in a way that the other person understands. So you kind of meet in the middle like that. Logos, logic. It's about being clear and precise, giving reasons why. How does this look like in your service? Let's talk about the wrong way to do this. So a student has their head down on the desk, kind of just not really engaged in the lesson. Let's talk about the wrong way to do this. I do this all the time. All the time. Okay, could you please put your head up? No, go away. Alright, I'm going to check in a few minutes. I really need you to put your head up. So go away. A few minutes later. See them? No. Seriously, they can't put their head up? Come on, you really need to get your head up. You're missing a lot of the lesson here. It's really important. Okay, walk away. It's okay. I'm okay. Look over, they're still like that. Alright, it's time to put your head up. This is your warning. Next time your card is going to be changed. Either they put their head up, or I change their card, right? The wrong way to do it. I was seeking first to be understood before I try to understand. Let's talk about the right way to do this. Hey, you look tired, man. You have a late night last night? Yeah. Alright, that's okay. Alright, so, what I did first, seek first to understand, right? Empathize and accept. You look tired. You had a late test, like, empathize and accept. I understand. Yeah, I get tired too sometimes. It's okay. Now, you need some time to rest, huh? Clarify and validate. Is this what you need? Yeah, I'm really tired. I need some time to rest. Alright, now it's time to act. We're going to use ethos, pathos, and logos. Okay, I understand. You need some time to rest. Pathos. I understand. You need some time to rest. What I'm going to need you to do, please, could you just do it for me? Ethos, who you are. I know it's going to be really hard. Pathos, understand it. But what I need you to do is put your head up, because that way the teacher will know that you're paying attention. I know you're paying attention, but you can't show that without looking up. Logos, logic, reasons why. Tell you what, this works way better than the other way. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to give you a quick review.